delighted, and it was expected. I knew that we announced it today. We signed it on Saturday, I think. So it's good news for us. It closes a little bit speculations about the centre-back positions, because we have 4 or 5 centre-backs now. That should be enough. Yes, of course. If it's done, it is because I was keen to do it. It's not an urgent problem tonight. Yes, we play a bit less pressure, maybe. A bit more freedom, but although I must say it, in Udinese we played with a massive pressure, because that was the game of the season for us. And not to win this game would have been a disaster. But you see, since that, it was a good game, because Udinese is top of the league in Italy, and at the time I could feel that it was a very good side.
Arsene, you said recently that the team looks a bit fragile when they concede a goal. What do you put that down to, and how do you rectify it?
We look a bit fragile because we had negative experiences. We lost some games after having led some. We had a disappointing result in Manchester United that was bad for the confidence of the team. And of course, many players. I have one next to me here. He arrived on the 31st of August, you know. So that means the players left late, and the players coming in arrived late. So to create coordination in our lines and harmony in the team, good confidence, everybody knows what the other one is doing is not takes time.
Injury news, Arsene, is Ramsey fit?
Fit, he's in the squad. From Sunday we lost Gibbs, who is injured, and everybody else is available.
Do we have any questions from any French journalists, please? Yeah, of course.
What do you fear about this team of Marseille after having seen the game against Dortmund?
Non, pas du tout. Parce que je trouve que Dortmund est une bonne équipe.
Well, I've seen the game against Dortmund, and as we played Dortmund, I saw that Dortmund is a really good team, and they impressed me when we played them. I would say that Marseille is strong defensively, and they're very efficient in counter-attack. We analyzed a little bit the games and the ratio that they have shots on target and goals, and they're very efficient.
Ils ont un bon ratio entre nombre de buts marqués et nombre de tirs au but. C'est-à-dire qu'ils sont capables de hisser leur niveau en Coupe d'Europe.
They have individual players that are really strong. Some really quick players like Remy and Ayew, and players with a lot of vivacity like Valbuena and Lucho as well, who does a lot of passes. So they're a very dangerous team.
Donc, ils ont des ingrédients dans l'équipe qui peuvent vous mettre en difficulté.
Monsieur Wenger, votre équipe, un peu à l'image de l'Olympique de Marseille, peine un peu, voire beaucoup pour les Marseillais en championnat. Est-ce que
can we make a comparison like Marseille with Arsenal, that you're building your team around the Champions League, that the Champions League will be more, you will focus more on the Champions League this year because of the bad start in the league?
On revient doucement en championnat. On a perdu un match à Tottenham, mais sinon...
Well, I mean, we're coming back in the league. We've won some games. For example, we've won 5 times in a row at home, and like last season we were very efficient away, and I think this will come back as well. So we're not giving up on the league, because the league represents our future and the qualification for the Champions League, and a season without a Champions League would be a catastrophe for us. I'd like to remind that it's the 14th times in a row, consecutive times, that we're qualified for the Champions League, and the only other clubs who have done that are Real Madrid and Manchester United. So that shows how important it is for us.
14 années de suite que nous sommes en Ligue des Champions. Il n'y a que 3 clubs qui l'ont fait en Europe. Le Real Madrid, Manchester United et Arsenal. Donc, ça vous montre qu'on ne sacrifiera pas le championnat.
asked if you had any interest in Andre Ayew. Is that true or only a rumor? Well, I say that I like the players, but we didn't approach him because we have many wingers. We have many players. You know, after having bought Gervinho, we had Arshavin, Walcott. We bought Chamberlain as well this summer. It was very. But I will say that he's a very talented player. And then also in the middle, we have a lot of players. And you will see tomorrow we have 8 midfielders. And we could also have had Wilshere, but unfortunately is injured.
Arsène, vous avez enregistré le forfait de Gibbs.
Gibbs is now out, and does that totally changes your defense around? And are you worried about that for tomorrow's game? No, I'm not worried because I like Santos, and I'm not saying that because he's sitting next to me. But I'm confident in him and in his game.
J'ai totale confiance en lui. Il était un peu en retard au niveau de la préparation parce qu'il est venu très très tard, mais j'aime beaucoup le joueur.
Will he play on the right? No, he will play on the left because in England we drive on the left side of the road.
En Angleterre, on roule à gauche.
Yes, I'm happy in Arsenal because fantastic club and very good manager and
very good
and it's so good. I'm happy in London. Arsenal's fantastic club.
You must forgive him because he speaks quite well English for a guy who arrived 2 months ago.
Monsieur Wenger, une petite question. Pensez-vous que l'Olympique de Marseille soit à sa place en championnat?
If you think that Marseille is at its place in the French league, and what advice would you give to Didier Deschamps to come out of this crisis?
Vous savez aussi bien que moi que l'OM n'est pas à sa place en championnat et qu'il ne va pas rester à cette place. Ce métier, il a une qualité.
Well, we're all aware that Marseille is not at its place in the league and that they will get better. But I'm humble enough, to not give any advice to Didier Deschamps because he's a true professional and he knows and he will help the team then get out of this crisis.
Et Didier les a, il a un mental fort, il a une bonne équipe. Je pense qu'ils reviendront dans. Pardon?
Est-ce que c'est vrai qu'il a une bonne équipe?
Oui.
Vraiment? C'est pas la langue de bois?
C'est pas de la langue de bois, c'est vous qui avez l'air de ne pas y croire.
Et ils sont 15e de Ligue 1.
Non, moi je vous dis franchement ce que je pense. Vous prenez leurs joueurs, ils ont des bons joueurs.
But they are a strong team, and he has a strong team that plays for him, and I'm convinced about that because they've been winning games, so they have a strong team. Now they're in the middle of a very difficult period, and they're maybe a little less confident. But confidence is something that goes away quickly, and that is very hard to get back.
Quand un club est uni, solidaire, si vous ne l'êtes pas, ça rend les choses impossibles.
L'importance du championnat et donc de participer tous les ans à la Ligue des Champions.
How important is the league for you? You made a strong point about that, and also because of the fact that there is a strong competition now. Are you worried not to finish in the top 4 this season?
Oui, évidemment. Parce que pour nous, jouer au très haut niveau, c'est ce qui fait notre côté.
Well, of course I'm worried, and a club like Arsenal and all the players, that's what we strive for, to play at the highest level as possible. And now we have a stronger competition. For example, we have Manchester City and this year, and that makes it even more difficult for us to finish in the top 4 at the end of the season.
De perdre des points, que chaque match devient pour nous pratiquement un ultimatum.
Yes,
I have not played this year. You have played Dortmund 5 minutes.
Yes, I played Dortmund 5 minutes, but I think it's difficult competition because very good teams, difficult games. But tomorrow, one very difficult game because Marcel has a good team now.
You talked about Marseille game against Dortmund. Marseille playing at home, playing counter football. You see the match tomorrow the same way.
Yes.
So you will have a lot of ball position, and Marseille will counter attack.
Yes. I might be wrong, but on what I've seen against Dortmund, that's what they did very well, with a very strong ball winners in midfield and going very quickly forward. So I expect them to do that.
Monsieur Deschamps said that the battle in the midfield, that will be very important. Do you agree with it?
For us, certainly yes.
Thank you.
Tomorrow, will you rest some players and try to do some turnover the way you did against Olympiacos? Not at all. And second part of the question was, will you put up the best team tomorrow? Yes, I will put up the best team that I think that can win the match tomorrow. And I can say that the margin between the players are very thin. And I will not rest some players due on fatigue because the players are not tired.
Il n'y a pas de signe apparent de fatigue, donc je ne reposerai pas de joueurs pour cause de fatigue demain. J'alignerai l'équipe qui, je pense, a les meilleures chances de gagner le match.
Arsène, est-ce que vous considérez que les deux premières places?
Arsene, do you think that the first two spots in the group are already settled with Arsenal and Marseille, or do you think that the group is still open?
Les deux premières places sont déjà quasiment attribuées, parce que ça reste un peu ouvert.
Pour moi, c'est très ouvert avec une troisième.
I think that the group is still open with a third team as good as Dortmund, and they will play twice against Olympiacos, so I would not rule them out for the qualification.
Totalement.